Guys, welcome back to Odyssey Strength Podcast with Jackson Mansudi and Giannis Kotopoulos.
If you like the podcast, please please share on your Instagram, follow us on Spotify, on YouTube, like us everywhere, share us everywhere. Thanks for sticking around.
Enjoy the episode, guys. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of the Odyssey Strength Podcast. We are here. It is Friday. We're kicking back, chilling.
Kicking back.
Thank
fuck
back.
it's Friday.
Yeah, it's been a quick week though, bro. It's fucking flown by for me. Maybe not for you.
Yeah, you know what it is? I feel like it's sort of like when you do a workout and you're like, fuck, this workout takes forever. But then you realize you just fly through it.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in that thing where I'm like, holy shit, it's already Friday. But the hours for the past week have been long.
Yeah, it's been a big week.
The tasks have just been like...
You know why though? I feel like because it's winter now.
That's way harder.
Like the grind, not the grind, but it's just like...
The grind.
It's hard to get out of bed. Like you got nothing to do, so you're just always working because there's nothing to do outside. Like even now, like if you looked outside, you're like, oh, it's a beautiful day, but you go outside, it's fucking 12 degrees.
Yeah, it's freezing. And
we're in singlets.
In here it's like...
35 degrees.
It's fucking unreal in here. This is how I have my room when I sleep.
It's how it should be.
All the time.
Yeah.
I do like the cold though. I don't mind putting a couple layers on, but not like that. If there was no wind, fair game, I'll cop it.
I agree.
But the wind outside, I'm not.
Not a fan.
Not dealing with it, bro.
No way.
I don't like it.
Got my new hydro jug.
You know what they say about the sippy straws, bro?
The what?
The sippy straws.
What?
It's not good for you.
How?
Because you can sip up air into your stomach. Yeah, so it can fuck your digestion.
I put enough bad things into my body. The sippy straw's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, but I think from a...
Bro, it's so cold.
Clear top.
It's so cold.
How much does this cost you?
$50.
That's it?
Yeah.
Is this so you can fit in the car?
Yes.
Do you take it in the car with you?
100%.
Are you like this? Do you sip it like this too?
100%. I'm literally doing these ones.
Look at it.
For me, it's like, because I was always sipping Kayla's one. You know, the one that has the handle like this?
The big fucking Stanley Cup?
Yeah, but it's the same brand.
Oh, but it's here, the handle's here.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, nah.
That's a bit girly for me. This was the in-between.
But also, it's awkward.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's heavy.
My one's got a handle like that on the top.
Yeah, I prefer this.
But I got mine from Bunnings.
I used to have that one.
Yeah,
it's
good,
the
but
sip straw reduces the friction of me wanting to drink.
It's all about reducing friction.
I don't like this because it always, you know me, I don't do
you
things
fucking
like...
wear it.
Yeah, you just wear it.
Yeah,
I have a shower every time I want to have a sip of water.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas like in between sets at the gym, just straight...
You leave it open, you don't touch it, you don't close it when you're at the gym, do you?
What do you mean, like this?
Yeah.
No, I close it.
Do you?
Yeah, bro, I don't want the particles.
Isn't it like when you close it, you're touching it?
No, yeah, bro. Don't touch it. Just like this.
Don't
worry.
Because I see people when they touch shit and they don't wash their hands at the gym, and I'm like, you just fucking touch the top of your drink bottle.
Yeah.
I'm like, gyms are the dirtiest places. Probably more than airports. At least airports get cleaned. Like
I've seen World Gym gets cleaned pretty frequently. There's always someone wiping down
I ain't talking about World Gym.
Oh yeah, you're talking about...
I'm talking about other gyms.
Anytime Fitness and Fitness First, yeah.
Bro.
I don't have a contract with them anymore. I can talk shit about them.
It's some just gyms in general. I'm just
Fucking
like,
come after me, you dogs. I'll tell all the dirty secrets.
I see people touching them. I'm just like, even when I just sit there, like people will train and they fucking go like this, and I'm just like,
I got a bad habit of doing that too. Yeah.
I think I've ended up with like 5,000 stars from that. Purely from just doing that.
Yeah.
Because I don't realise, because I'm like, I'm at the gym, I'm at work, I'll fucking change the weight and I'll go like, I rub it, and then the next day I'm like, I remember one day I woke up, I was closed.
Yeah, bro, I remember calling you one day and I'm like, bro, what the fuck happened to you?
I was trying to open it and I was like, can't open it. Fucking gonna pull my eye out.
Yeah, fucking hell. I will say where I've been training at Crew Fit is really, really clean.
I like it there.
It's fucking...
I do like it there.
Is that far for you?
Not really.
Why are you training there?
20 minutes. But it's just the fact that I'm going back to Bondi.
Yeah.
At the moment, anyway.
Not for long.
At the moment.
Online coach.
It's coming.
Prestige worldwide.
It's coming.
Step brothers.
But yeah, going there and then having to go that way, I feel like if I did what you were doing, it was like, okay, this is the hour that I'm going. You work before it, you work after it, and then I have, how long does it take you to get there? 25?
From here?
20?
25 minutes, yeah.
25 minutes. Like, it's going to take you 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas if you were driving a Bondi, then driving back, and then driving there, and then driving back.
Honestly, man, it's actually better as well. I feel like it's almost the same time because when you're heading to Moore Park,
It's against traffic.
it's going to with traffic.
Oh, when you go that way?
Yeah, when you're going M5 that way at that time, everyone's coming.
What time do you train?
In the morning, 7.
You train early
Yeah, but I have to.
because it's empty.
For me, have created a routine now.
You were never an early morning trainer,
Nah, now for me, it's like I can't do work until I've trained.
really.
Other than Thursday and Fridays, like because Monday and Tuesday is check-ins and Wednesday is
It's
content.
so busy.
It's like I have to look after me first to have my mind clear enough to.
Fair.
Otherwise, like I've spoken to Kayla about it so many times. It's like if I'm working, it's harder for me to get to the gym and peel myself away. And
Whereas
then
if it's done,
yeah.
then you can just give yourself to it.
Yeah, exactly. And I've served me first, so then I can look after my clients.
Fair.
And also, it means that first thing in the morning, I've got my apps blocked, so I'm not looking at client messages.
Yeah.
I'm not on social media, so I'm actually training while my apps are blocked because I don't get unlocked till 8 o'clock.
Nice.
So I'll be doing cardio.
Opal?
Huh?
Opal?
It's called Refocus.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing cardio, and then everything will be unlocked.
And
So
then you can go
And
and
then
get
it's
it
like
done.
while I'm doing cardio, I'll just have a quick breeze through. If there's anything urgent, I'll get back to it. If not, I'll literally just like wait till I get home, post my stories, then get into work and get back to messages.
It's a good routine.
Yeah, one thing I've learned now with training at different gyms and just like obviously changing up the environment, it's like the place in which you train really will impact your ability to one, show up and two, get results. Because if you're in a good environment where you're training, you enjoy the equipment, you like the vibe, you feel comfortable, you're going to be in a really good place mentally to want to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. The girls that I brought on this week, one of them said she doesn't have a problem showing up. It's going to the gym and being productive. And obviously, I guess maybe for some people that's not the problem. It is showing up, but if you have a problem showing up, well then that's for a different coach, right? I'm not going to beg you to show up.
Yeah. We write the plan, we help you stick to it, but we're not forcing you to go to the gym.
You should want to go.
You would want to be there.
Go and get results. But I think then once you are there being productive, it essentially does come down to your environment. And there's times where I'm like, fuck, do I go to World Gym? Because, although it is on the way home, it's like, okay, we have to deviate, we go in, we train, we leave. But I'm like, you know what, when I'm there, even if I'm having a shit session, it's probably better than the session I'm going to have at the local gym.
Not only that, when people tell me they have to go home first before they go train, like after work, or I'm like, I can't.
That's a bad mistake.
It's a
slippery slope.
Yeah, I'm just like, you're opening the window way too much there.
Yeah.
For you to actually not go.
Now, if you sit on the couch,
5 minutes.
forget it.
Yeah.
And that's coming from me. Like I know when I do it, if I say like, there's a saying like for ADHD or whatever it is, I think it's like, don't put it down, put it away.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you put it down, you'll forget.
Yeah.
Like if you don't put it down and you put it away straight away, you've completed that task, right? Same thing with the gym is like, as soon as I sit down, if I have to do something, it ain't getting done.
Yeah.
Like I have to keep going, whether it's do the laundry, walk the dog. Like if I sit down, I'm finished.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
finished. It's like with the gym, it's like as soon as you come home, you should already have like gym bag, shoes. If you're taking supplements, put them out, leave them out before when you leave for work. That way, when you get home, I don't think anyone will look at it and go, nah, fuck that. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's literally going to be sitting in front of you. So if you were to look at it, you go like, same with the water bottle. If you look at the water bottle, right, it's there.
Bro,
it's
I
full.
drink so much less Coke Zero now because of this.
It's good.
Because I'm just like, I got this here.
Exactly. So like if it's in front of you, you're like, I'm just going to have that instead. Whereas if you have to sit down, unpack your bag, fucking go and get changed, it's too many things. And add on top of that, everything else you have to think about.
Yeah.
Right, okay, we're online coaches. Like there's people who are engineers and bankers and people
That's the
with
thing,
kids,
right? If you have that job, it's like, bro, bring the bag to work.
100%.
Don't leave it at home. I'm gonna go home. It's like, because you go home and then either the train's late, the bus is late, there's traffic on the way home. One of those three things are
Someone sends you a fucking prick of an email.
Yeah, it's like you're leaving that window open again for something to go wrong. And then it's like, that's why I didn't go to the gym. It's like, you just go straight to the gym after work. That's, at least that's my opinion.
Or get it out of the way in the morning.
Yeah.
If possible.
If possible.
I think training in the morning is good because I think
it just sets you up for such a better day.
Well, I think especially if you do have other commitments, like people rely on you, whether you have a job to do or people, you're a manager or whatever it might be, literally any job. I won't pick apart the job, but getting it out of the way in the morning then means I think you can have the expectation that the rest of the day is going to match the effort that you put in the morning.
Yeah, I agree. Why do you think that's why I'm doing it? Yeah,
so it's the same thing. It's like, okay, if you do train in the morning before work, like even if that means you have to wake up at 5, chances are you going to bed at 9:30 is probably going to be better for you than staying up late, maybe 10:30, and that's not late, but by reason of going to bed at 10:30 and get up at 5 is fucking rough time. So if you go to bed earlier, great, you get a better quality sleep, you get up earlier, you have something to eat, you go and train, or you go and train, then you eat whatever the order is. And then the rest of the day, you're probably going to make better decisions. You're not going to go out for lunch with your colleagues and shit like that. You're going to set yourself up better.
Yeah, I just think like for me, just speaking from experience, like as someone who wakes up with nervous energy, thinking about work, it's just like I wake up and I'm like, fuck, gotta do this. I know I gotta look after this. I got this call later today. It's like, I know other people wake up knowing that they have their emails full or they got meetings, and it's just like, I get to go to the gym first, take care of that. And I know that coming into those meetings, those emails, those check-ins, those client messages are just going to be a better version of me.
Yeah.
And it's like, why then wouldn't you take that opportunity to do that if you have the ability to do so? And then that way you're getting up, yes, a little bit earlier, but you're giving a better version of yourself to those people and handling those problems at a much better like frequency.
Yeah, you're closing the tabs in your brain.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, sweet, now I have 2 instead of 20.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, like I run a business, I don't care who you are, like how important your job is. You do not need to wake up and check your emails first thing in the morning. It's not that important. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you're an engineer, I don't care if you're saving the world, but it can fucking wait for you to at least have your breakfast, have your coffee, and even go to the gym if that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Take 30 minutes, even if you're not going to the gym, like just take 30 minutes in the morning to yourself where, have a shower, jump on the toilet.
Whatever it is.
Do whatever the fuck you got to do. It's like, you wake up a little bit earlier. You will thank yourself for it because you know what? You might feel tired the first 2 days, but you'll get to bed earlier the night before after that.
Yeah. That's that I know.
So I'm saying it's just like, it's a matter of just adjusting anything moving forward and adjusting the lifestyle to the standard that you want to live at. And if you can do that, then you're going to be a better version when you show up, no matter how stressful the week is.
Just end it there.
Yeah, fucking hell. But yeah, so I've been doing that for a while now, and I found that has helped me be a better business owner, a better coach, and honestly, results are still good because I like training in the morning. Yeah.
I used to think that I couldn't train in the morning, but I think you definitely, it's what you tell yourself. Like, do I like...
Mate, 500 milligrams of caffeine in the morning, a fucking different gravy.
I like training at like 10. That's like peak for me.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
It's not going to happen. Like, there's just too many things.
Do that on a Wednesday because I've only got content to do. So I'll train like 10, 11.
Yeah,
but
awesome.
like, even then it's like...
Perfect world.
Yeah. But I think for like corporate person or someone who has a 9 to 5 job, again, if you like training in the afternoon and that's when you thrive, like that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you're someone who hasn't done the morning, I would definitely give it a go.
Well, then, even if you do train in the afternoon, maybe what we do is we just take some of the principles from someone's morning routine, like your morning routine. Can we block, like if you're going to go train at 5 p.m., right? Or let's say 6 to be realistic. You're going to train at 6 o'clock, 6 till 7, all your apps are blocked.
Yeah, 100%.
Like treat it the same as you would as if that was 6 a.m., like have all your apps blocked, have your gym bag ready to go, have your food ready, like be in the mindset that for that hour post work, it's you. And then if you need to, okay, answer some pressing things. Like I'm not going to sit there and say to you, okay, no, after work, if your boss is saying to you, where's the fucking project? Well, you know that anyway.
Yeah.
You're probably not gonna go to the gym. Right, that can wait till another day. But
there's times to push and pull, man.
Yeah.
Like it's like, what's the biggest priority? It's like I had this conversation with a client who's a teacher, and she's like pretty high up. And it's like end of term, and it's like, okay, well,
report time.
Yeah, maybe you need to adjust your expectations for that end of term. So maybe it's like the first 7 of the 12 weeks or 10 weeks of the term. You go hard. You do the 4 days of training. You get up early. You do the cardio.
Yeah, you increase the diet.
You're on plan 24/7, like all that sort of stuff. And then end of term, last 4 weeks, 3 weeks, it's like 3 days of training a week. Less step target. You know, maybe because you're stressed out, you're probably not eating as much. Maybe you put a little bit more like of a protocol in place where there's less planning. You know, and it's just like still, if you're doing 8-week blocks of 100% and 3-week blocks of 70%, you're still operating at a very high level.
Yeah, the average is much higher.
Yeah, and
compared to letting it dip to a point where everything burns again.
Yeah, and it's just like anyone else. Like we're coming up to end of financial year at the moment. It's like I'm sure there's people under the pump at the moment with either end of month sales, end of year targets, like bonuses come out. You're probably grinding a little bit harder. It's like just to adjust the expectations accordingly.
Yeah, just know that maybe not everything is going to be as you want it to be, and even if you do have your routine like is 100%, like your food looks fantastic. Like I train a teacher as well. The food is fantastic. The sleep is much better than where it was. The steps, obviously, it's cold outside. I understand.
Yeah.
So she's trying her best, and I go, "This is the best version that we've seen of you at the minimum standard."
Yeah, I say that in my check-ins all the time. It's like the way we operate now compared to the person we operated before is still above the level that we once was.
Yeah.
So it's like when you zoom out, big picture, we're still doing good things.
I love the zoom out.
The zoom out is so important because everyone and this is what's funny. It's like, you know, a lot of the consults I have with people is very much like, if I don't do it now, then when? And it's like, I like that, but also you have to understand
context.
Life is not going to be perfect all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're mad excited right now. I'm sure you think all your dreams are going to come true in the next 12 to 16 weeks, but you have to understand that there's going to be a point where you may not be operating at the level you want to be, but it doesn't mean we can still have some non-negotiables in place.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's no reason to kick the bucket if things don't go your way, even if you are perfect. Like that just shows that you can do what you said you were going to do.
Yeah.
Which over time, 1% adds up. Like 1% better every day is a lot of gain over a long space of time.
Yeah, and if you're training 3 days a week for the next 4 weeks and then you go back to 4, it's like you're still doing better.
Yeah, like I hurt my knee on the weekend. And I didn't train as I would this week. I don't sit there and go like, oh, everything's fucked.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm going to go train after this, just get back into it. And then next week I'll train as normal.
Yeah.
Sweet. I mean, like it's not going to derail the last 5 years of effort or even the last 12 weeks of trying to look better, get bigger, just progress slowly. It's not going to derail that, but it will derail it if I was to sit there and all of a sudden not go for a walk, not track my food, not get adequate sleep, be in a poor space mentally, like that would derail my progress.
Yeah, and I say this all the time. It's like coaching is not, our job is to lay the path, and sometimes we deviate from that path, and sometimes we need to create a new one to get us back on the one that we were on, or we just have to create a new path. Yeah, and that path might be a little bit different than what you hoped for, but it's like also the reason we're here and the reason you've come to me is because you haven't been able to stick to something. Yeah. So it's like if we can create something that you can stick to, that may not look like what you hoped for, but it's still at a level that's higher than what you once were. Yeah. We're still making progress.
Yeah, it's adaptive.
Yeah, it's like even myself, like right now, I'm not pushing food. I'm not, pushing enhancers. I'm not, training with high volumes, but I'm still making progress. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, I think you said this on the podcast the other week, you're not judged by your best days, but by your worst. And it's like, if you're still showing up, tattoo it. Tattoo it. If you're still showing up on those days and weeks that aren't good, imagine the progress you would make then and there. And then imagine how much better things are going to be when things are good. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's tough because when
people always have this concept that fitness, I think this is because fitness is so accessible. Like it's everywhere, it's sexy, it sells, like everything's perfect, and that's social media, right?
Yeah.
That is, I could sit here and be like, I've tracked every single calorie for the last 5 years. You wouldn't ask me for proof.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, oh, look at my abs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so the entryway into exposure is low. Like anyone can do it. Anyone with a voice and a camera, right? And we said that before. But then when you speak to a coach, if the coach doesn't sit there and say to you, you know, what does your worst day look like? What are you actually doing? Are you just fucking giving up? Because that's why you're in the position that you're in. You're not going to make progress. And if you can bring that minimum standard up to a point where, like you said before, if it's 70%, great. If it's 80%, if your minimum standard is 80%, mate, you're fucking laughing.
Yeah, because that's where most people operate.
And that's what's consistent. Like, honestly, if you look at the week, like, okay, 80% looks something like 5 days, you go to the gym or whatever, sorry, across 5 days, you might go to the gym 3 to 4 days a week. Of that 5 days, maybe you do a session on Saturday as well, right? You track most of what you eat. Maybe there might be 2 to 3 meals across here, across the whole week, right? There's heaps, there's 21 meals across a week if you eat 3 times a day. Fuck, 3 meals out of that. You're doing pretty well. Like if that was in an exam, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
But I think we always have the expectation, not you and I, but people have the expectation that it's going to be like this thing that they can just press start on. And it's like from the get-go. And if that's you and you look at a plan and you go like, yeah, I can implement that straight away.
Yeah, some people are
that's
of
awesome.
That, we'll call it military mentality where it's just like, give me the plan, I follow it 100%.
Which is mad.
Which is awesome. And but they're also a dime a dozen. Like that's us. And that's why we're coaches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of the people that I do coach that are like that also don't have a lot of other commitments.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And if they do, it's just because they operate at this level where it's like they thrive in the crossing the T's and dotting the I's.
Yeah.
But the reality is even they don't have a perfect week every week. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck man, Duncan is a great example.
Yeah.
Like that, he looks phenomenal, bro. But when I tell you everything that could have gone wrong in this photo shoot prep has gone wrong.
Really?
He's gone to Europe. He's had birthdays. And again,
you know what? I was funny when I saw him in Spain. When he was in Spain, I was like, what?
Yeah. He had to travel for work. He was in Spain. He was in Perth. He fucking broke his toe, or he had a toe surgery.
Nice.
And then also he's just like been pumped with work, and he's had some other personal stuff going on, and he still looks the way he does.
Yeah, and he does look phenomenal. He has great results.
And I'm just like, bro, if you can just keep doing what you're doing at the level that you've been doing it at, despite all this, and we don't have any more problems for the next 6 weeks, you're going to bring an amazing package. Yeah. And we already are. Like, I know it with confidence. And I said, listen, bro, like, I'm going to push you as well. Like, the bloke's doing 45 minutes of cardio a day, 10,000 steps, and he's eating 1,600 calories. Like, he's pushing. And I'm like, I told you I'm going to push you. Like, I want you to be peeled. Like, he looks from the front, looks great. Lower back has a bit of fat, where most guys carry it. But I'm like, I want that gone. And he's like, so do I. And he's like, I'm willing to suffer. And I literally put on my story, I was like, my love language is my clients willing to suffer in the diet.
But he looks at that and he probably thinks to himself, like, if this is what I have to do to get to the result after how many weeks has he been dieting?
We did a 12-week prep, and again that's the other thing, we pushed it back because he had another health thing pop up, and we were supposed to do the thing in April, and we had to push it back again. So I'm just like, we've overcome so much to get here. Yeah.
But he hasn't given up either.
No, and I told him, I looked him in the eye on the call when I said, listen, bro, there is no doubt in my mind we're going to bring the best version of you. And I was like, I just need you to make sure that this is the expectation and this is what needs to be done. And he's like, done. And it's just like, it has not been perfect and it never will be.
But imagine the results that he'd probably be able to get if things were perfect. So that and me saying that just reinforces the idea that your minimum standard has to be high in order to aim for perfect. It's good to aim for perfect, and then you get a little bit lower. You're like, okay, I'm still getting absolutely unreal results. I'm fucking stressed to the gills, but I'm still doing everything I need to do, and this is the result that I get. Imagine if you weren't stressed, you had the ability to do everything else.
Fatigue management, bro.
Fatigue management, lifestyle management. It would just be, it's just so much better, right? So when you're sitting there and you're thinking like, oh, I just have a lot on my plate. It's like, okay, everyone does.
Yeah, and this is where social media gets caught up in the weeds. It's like, you know, everyone will sell this like idea of this perfect plan.
Yeah.
Or this perfect exercise, or this. It's like, have you ever actually worked with a fucking client before?
Yeah, I mean, like, I shouldn't be saying this, but I regularly sleep less than 6 hours. Regularly.
Yeah.
And I know that that's not good for my health, my productivity or anything, but I still get it done. Like, still go to the gym, I still train hard. I'm still arguably in great condition from when I did my photo shoot. Like, I feel good. Sure, there's things that I could improve, but that's my minimum standard. It's just like, it doesn't matter if I sleep fucking 2 hours or 10, those things are going to get done regardless. There's no perfect plan. The perfect plan sells, but completing it when I'm not there messaging you, hey, have you had a good day? Do you feel good? Like, if you can do that with no reinforcement, you're going to get fucking results regardless.
Yeah, it's like when people like obviously sell the idea of like, you know, you can eat junk food and still get results. It's like, yeah, theoretically, yeah, but like...
You can, but should you?
Yeah, and then it's like, again, this whole like TikTok like standard of marketing where these skinny guys are preaching exercises and fatigue management and you know, stimulus to fatigue ratios, which I'm sure anyone listening to this probably doesn't even know what I'm talking about. But like, essentially these guys who have
doesn't matter.
People who have no real hands-on experience with working with people will set this unrealistic standard of exercises to do, programs to follow, foods to eat, when they've actually never had to work with anyone that has a real life.
Yeah. Well, it comes back to how easy it is to be someone in the fitness space.
Yeah, it's like you can tell someone to do this exercise that requires 4 cables, cuffs, and a fucking barbell across your chest to target your fucking medial fucking sternal costal fiber. Delt fiber, whatever. And then you program that for someone and they're like, sorry, bro, the machines were full, I couldn't do it. And then you start having a fucking panic attack because you're like, oh, you didn't target the left lat. It's like, bro, just do a fucking pull down.
Yeah.
Because that person who's never followed a program properly before will probably still get the same result.
Yeah, they can do anything.
Yeah.
They can literally do the simplest thing. And I think that's what it comes down to as well. Is like we always say, it's about the long-term change. It's about getting it and making it something that you can stick to regardless of what happens in the lifestyle. It can be adaptive to the lifestyle, but it's about making it fit into your lifestyle, not becoming your lifestyle. Like for us, it is easier to become our lifestyle because
it's our job.
If I was a football coach, well then obviously I'm surrounded by the ability to go and train whenever I want. I fucking work at the football pitch, work at the gym. Like we're around fitness all day. It's easier. So, but also like I've worked a corporate job.
Yeah.
I worked it for 6-7 months. I got up at 6. I went to work 7:30 in the city. I finished at 4 and I went and trained afterwards. And then I trained my PT clients. Like, I know what it's like. You can make it work.
Yeah. I think there's just, you got to find that the happy medium of where you are pushing yourself and when you're adjusting the standards to still be above the level that you once were, but then it's still like a manageable amount.
Yeah.
And if that means that some weeks for 4 months you're training 6 days a week, 5 days a week, whatever, and then the other couple month or two you're doing 3 or 4 days a week, it's like it's still good. As I think this is the thing, it's like it's like business, you can't win business. Winning business is by surviving for 10 years.
We can try.
We can try, but it's like you can't win fitness. You don't win. There's no end. Like
there's no first prize.
Yeah, you can achieve a goal, but then it's like then there's always more, and it's like your ability to just even maintain a level that you were higher than what before is still winning.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you can't beat the system. It's just like,
you don't get to the final round, the end game. There's no end game.
Yeah. And it's like I can guarantee the people who, you know, the guys I've had consults with who didn't end up joining, or the guys who did stop because they didn't want to find a way that was a happy medium, I can guarantee they're back in the same result.
Yeah, that's always the interesting part is it's the exit, and then what do you do from there is like, well, what do you do from there? Do you know what a maintenance at this lifestyle looks like? If you haven't even given the chance to experience what maintenance looks like I've been with Jason for a long time. Majority of my time with Jason has been in maintenance or gain phases where there is not a lot of expectation from him. He just says, go and do it, and I go and do it, right? But that's where I've made most of my progress.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at maintenance right now. And
you don't have a lot of expectation from your coach when it's like, I have to go to the gym, now it's a me thing. When you're dieting, sure, you have more questions, there's more reliance, there's a little bit more collaborative feedback. But for the rest of the time, when you're making progress, you're in a maintenance phase, you're in a gain phase, that's where your progress is going to be made. That doesn't look sexy, it doesn't look pretty. It's just consistent reps. It's just go and do the thing. If you need something, I'm there. But, to bring it back to these guys, if you don't give it a chance, you don't get to see how easy it can be to maintain the lifestyle.
Yeah, and the rewards you reap now is the work you did 4 to 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So
I fucking hate that saying.
Yeah, it's annoying, right? But it's true because you might be at maintenance, but the work you did 6 months ago is now being able to enjoy that and reap the reward of it, where you live at this high level and this high standard that allows you to look the way that you do and operate the way you do.
I like it.
That was good. I think that's about it. I had a guy, so funny, I'll go a bit off a tangent today. I had a guy on YouTube try and come after me for one of my reels.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he's like, I'll read you the comments, it's pretty funny. Where is it?
When you post it, you should tag him in the comment.
Yeah, literally. He was like, I just stopped replying to him. He's like, calling yourself a coach and makes tutorials when he only does 250 or 300 on the leg press. Bro, I'm going to the gym for a year and a half and I can do 360 for 8 reps to the bottom.
Nice.
Yeah. I was like, honestly, man, I don't care. And he kept going. And it was funny. I was just like, this is a waste of my time.
But this is the thing, bro. Because fitness is so accessible, you would never, if someone's a doctor, right? Sure, okay, there's people out there that will say a doctor should look healthy, right? That's the expectation.
Yeah.
You should look relatively healthy. It's like, okay, there's plenty of doctors that don't, but they also save a bunch of lives.
Yeah.
They save, a cardiothoracic surgeon is not going to be some fucking jacked bodybuilder. It's probably just going to be a dude, knows a lot about the heart, knows how to save your life. You're not going to sit there and go, bro, you look unhealthy. You want to be saved or not?
Yeah.
Do you want the solution or not?
You're holding the what's the thing? The fucking
scapula.
Scalpel.
Scalpel.
You're holding the scalpel wrong, bro. You're holding. Why are you cutting like that? And
Yeah,
not
it's and there is a saying. It's like you wouldn't listen to a builder who lives in a shack. That I understand.
Yeah.
But the expectation now is that fitness, that everyone has to look fucking unreal, and you have to have fucking all these massive accolades. It's like.
Well, the funny thing is about this guy, he was only honing in on one part of the video. I was like...
Was it just training?
It was about the strength aspect of it. And I was like, bro, my physique is improving and my clients get results. So it doesn't matter. And he's like, but you said strength. And I'm like, yeah, but strength relative to your physique.
Yeah, he's like this now.
Yeah, and it's just like, you're picking a part of a video that, one, is just a piece of content, so it's not that deep. And two,
Well, until he realizes he's not the person buying it, so it's fine. Yeah,
and it's just why does it matter that I'm lifting X amount when I look the way I do? And it's funny because he replied, he's like, yeah, your physique is decent. And I'm like, well then...
Oh, thanks, bro.
And I'm just like, well, then why are we having this conversation?
I love people.
I love people. Yeah. Anyway, that was an interesting little tangent, but... Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching. And if you, as always, share, subscribe, do all the things, and we'll see you very soon.
And comment like that guy.
Yeah.